Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Victor from Spoken Learning, and today I bring you a fresh new topic. In this case, we're going to check idiomas que influenciaron al idioma español, parte 1, languages that influenced Spanish language, but this is just part 1. Okay, part 1, remember that. But before we start, I hope you're okay. Hope you're having an amazing week. I hope you're surrounded by your friends and you're safe and you're staying, uh, well, at home mostly, right? And if not, that you're being taken care of and you are okay and you are safe and healthy. And before I continue, let me remind you, of course, that in Spoken Learning, we provide private Spanish lessons for children and adults. Even if you don't know any Spanish at all, but also if you already have some experience, remember that we can take your skills to the next level. And because we are professional teachers, we're not tutors, so you can call or text 832-413-3166. So that's pretty much it for the introduction. So let's go with the actual topic, right? So allow me to share the topic that I just told you, which is languages that influence Spanish language. Yeah, because that happens all the time in different languages and different regions. Because it's something very common. It's something very common for languages to mix and take words, meanings, and whole new concepts from one language to another. So today we will see all 7 major languages. Well, it says 7 in here, but it's actually 8. But as I already told you, there is a second part that it's going to be available later. So all 8 major language influence in Spanish, as you can see in here. Well, I can puedo hablar español, or I can only speak Spanish, English, or I can speak en los dos. So that's kind of the idea, because sometimes languages complement each other. Languages have like one have the meaning that the other does not have, and they can mix and combine. So this is the importance of this topic. What we call allowances. Allowances, that's vocabulary comes from Latin, and it's completely normal. After all, as I already explained in other previous topics, Spanish is a Romance language, which means that it is the result of a Latin mixing with other languages of the region that the Roman Empire was separated back then. Hispania was a region where Spanish originated. Spain and Portugal nowadays had its own language, and the combination of both gave birth to Spanish and Portuguese. But Portuguese is another language. We're not talking about Portuguese today, we're talking Spanish. So this is the first one. Latin, of course, it is the main influence for Spanish. The next one, Inglés, and not just in modern days. No solo en tiempos recientes, sino desde hace tiempo atrás, el español y el inglés se han ligado de muchas maneras. Si bien hoy usamos palabras como mouse, chat, software o incluso internet, those words are like very, very, very much into Spanish already. En el pasado, los deportes, bebidas, incluso como whisky, cóctel, o la palabra radar, with referring to war mainly, llevan ya varias décadas o tal vez más de 100 años en el idioma español. Chat, follow, share, tweet, news, like, comment, all those kind of words are already like pretty much into the Spanish language, and it's for mostly for internet influence. So that's pretty much it. Francés, ooh la la. Silly joke, I'm sorry. Francés. French used to be what English is today for business and traveling, the lingua franca. What is the lingua franca? The language in common that you can find that a lot of people speaks. It is not the most spoken language in the world. That is Chinese, and it's going to keep being for a long time. Remember, number 2 is Spanish. But English is very common to be found in different places, and there is somebody who is going to understand a little bit of English at least. So it is the lingua franca of these days. The language in common, and that is noticeable that on the amount of words that prevailed up to these days on Spanish language. Jamón, it's a word that comes from French. Peluche, joya, argot, chef, or premier. We have some other in here. Debut, marrón, kermés, élite, refaccionar. And now all of these words are very, very, very into the Spanish language in some way or another. We use them very, very often. Italiano, and not only for Rioplatense accent. What do I mean with Rioplatense accent? I don't know if you already talked about this. Probably that's an idea for another video. The accents, the different accents that you can find in Spanish. I will try to bring that for you. Italiano. En el laburo hay una mina muy bella. Believe it or not, esto es español, aunque no lo parezca. Y aunque es un español coloquial, it's jargon, muy propio del acento rioplatense, hablado principalmente en Argentina y Uruguay, es entendible para la mayoría de los hablantes de español. Aquí hay 3 préstamos en esta oración. There is 3 allowances from Italian. Laburo, which is the job. Mina, which is a girl or a woman, or young woman mainly, and bella, bella, of course, from Italian. So there are some of the Italianismos that we know. Some others might be pizza, gruta, rotonda, cortejar, soneto, ciao, novela, alerta, spaghetti, asaltar, escopeta, festejar, coronel, o fachada. Those are like many, many Italianisms that we know today. In music, also in Spanish, we use a lot of influences from music, and there is also in English several of them. Yeah, when you pitch in allegro of Italian, in both Spanish and English. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for today, because part 2 it's going to be available on Sunday. Okay, so that is pretty much for today. That is pretty much all. Thank you so much for your attention. Eso fue todo por hoy. Gracias por su atención. Solo me queda recordarles that in Spoken Learning we provide private Spanish lessons for children and adults, even if you have no previous knowledge. If you want to enroll, you can call or text 832-413-3166, and I will see you next time.